Shelby here. So first and foremost, I just want to wish you all an amazing 2016. 2016 is finally gone. So I just want to send you all the positive energy and a lot of good things, lots of success, happiness, health for the new year. And I'm really excited for this video because this video is about something that I've been doing every year, January 1st, and this year is not an exception. It is my New Year resolution. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about New Year's resolution, why they're so good to write, and to give you guys 3 easy steps to how to write your New Year's resolution. But the funny thing is that you don't really have to do all those 3 steps. Doing step number 1 is enough. And if you want to take it to the next level, I'll explain why I'm taking it to the next level this year, and you can do it as well. So starting just to talk, we'll talk about New Year's resolution, why they're so important to write, why I love writing them. I literally started writing my New Year's resolution since I was like 15 at least. Like, I remember sitting with my friends when I was 17 years old, like kind of writing some goals down and then sharing it and see if we can help each other achieve each other's goals. And the reason why I really love writing things down, why I love planning the new year, first of all, it's kind of exciting because, you know, it's new year, new, I don't know, opportunities, and, you know, it's just really inspiring for me. And I was just thinking about something my friend sent me. I gotta show it to you. It's like 365 days, 365 new opportunities kind of thing. Like, it's cheesy as fuck, but I don't know, that's kind of like how I feel. I kind of like that. Thanks, Erica, Miss notinmycolor.com. But anyways, moving on. The reason why I really like writing it down, and the reason why I've been doing it for so long, is because it actually works. Every time I write some stuff down on a piece of paper, which sounds kind of like, oh well, you know, you just write some shit down. Why would that actually make it happen? So I'm not like huge about spirituality, but a lot of people have been telling me that, you know, like when you have a thought, like, and you say what you think, you kind of like help to manifest what is in your mind. So writing things down is just like another way to manifest. It's apparently even stronger than saying it, because you're writing it down. And I'll tell you one story about writing something down that worked incredibly amazing for me, and I don't know why I'm not doing it more, but I am very excited about this yearly thing, and I'm doing it every year. But that was regardless of the resolution. Back when I was 21 years old, I lived in Calgary, and I really wanted to move on and keep traveling, but I was really broke and I didn't really know what to do. So I was talking to my mom on the phone, and my mom literally told me, maybe you should apply. My mom, who lives in Jerusalem, which is like 40 degrees Celsius all year round, no snow, suggested I would go and work in a ski resort, which is a genius idea. And, you know, you work for one season, it's a seasonal job, you meet new people, make new friends, get experience, get to snowboard for free. What could be like better than that? So, and Calgary is really close to the Rocky Mountains, so there's a lot of ski resorts in the area. So I did apply to a lot of jobs. There were a lot of unanswered questions for me when applying to different ski resorts. First of all, will I even get the job? Second of all, I was applying with my partner, and I wasn't even sure if we can find a place that could accommodate both of us and looking for a server and a chef. So there were a lot of unanswered questions there, and it got me a little worried, got me a little anxious. After applying, I was like, oh my god, I really hope I get this job. And then my mom, again, thanks mom, suggested I would do something. And in the beginning, I told her, no, that's stupid. Why would that work? But I tried it, and it actually worked. So my mom suggested to take a piece of paper, blank paper, and write. It's kind of like write what you want to get, but write it like you already got it. So I really wanted to get that job. So I wrote a paragraph on a piece of paper. So I got this job on, I got this job at, on this and this date. And I live in a ski resort right now, and I'm having an amazing time, meeting amazing people, getting amazing experience, blah, blah, blah. And apparently the more specific you are, the better this will become, because you actually kind of like manifesting your future. And I wrote one paragraph, I copied it, so I wrote the same paragraph a few times on the same page, front and back. I folded it, I put it under my pillow, and 1 or 2 weeks later, I got the job. And it was one of the best years of my life. So, writing things down, I know it sounds silly, but that was just like, and I don't know why I don't do it enough. I don't think I've done it again since that time. So I should probably try to do it again. Actually, I did do it again for school. There was like something that was stressing me out about school, and it moved on. So if you want something to happen, if you have like a really big, if you're anxious about something, if you're not sure you're gonna get this job, or you're really like wishing yourself something that you're scared you're not gonna get, if you write it down like I did, and write it like you already got it. Like, don't write that you wish you're gonna get that. Write like you're already there. I am a millionaire right now. Fold it and put it under a pillow and see what happens. It could probably like come true. It did for me. So that's why I'm in love with this. I love writing my New Year's resolution. And I will get to how to write your New Year's resolution in 3 easy steps. Every step is actually its own individual step that you can do. You don't have to go through all 3. I personally am going to, for myself, but I will show you exactly what I did. So the first step of how to write a New Year's resolution is to just take a piece of paper or use your laptop and write goals. So especially like days like that, like a lot of people are coming back from vacation, holiday vacation with their family, so you probably like, if you're on a plane or a bus and you have nothing better to do, what's better than writing the goals that will make your 2017 a better year. So the way I used to do it, back in the day, I used to just write 10 goals. So I just give myself a number, so it's not too little and not too many goals, because too many goals are not good. Is not good either, because you're not really focused on what you really need to do with your year. It needs to be, again, specific. So if you have too many, it's not good either. Too few is not good either. So I just like to focus on the number 10. I wrote 10 things that I want to achieve with my year. And that's step number 1. That's it. You can write anything from bucket list to-dos, like if you always wanted to go skydiving, to career goals, money goals, you wanted to save $10,000 so you can travel next year, or if you wanted to travel or get in better shape, do that awesome painting you always wanted to do. Whatever, just write those goals down. I used to write getting better grades in school, getting my driving license, anything you want to achieve in the next year, just write it down. If you don't get a lot of ideas, yeah, like giving yourself a specific number in advance, like say I'm gonna have 10 goals that I'm gonna achieve this year, or 5 goals, or 20 goals I want to achieve this year. That's a good way to do it. So I wrote those down already, but on a different piece of paper. The problem was for me that it was way too scrambled. Every topic was overlapping the other, and just as an individual reading those goals that are gonna supposed to help my year was way too messy. So what I did was splitting those goals to categories, and that's actually step number 2. So I categorized the goals and I wrote those goals down under each category. I even left a little space if I wanted to add a little more. And so my categories were career, money, physical, and spiritual goals. So that way, especially like I feel like this year I'm definitely going to be focusing mostly on the career and physical. Well, those 4, but I want to be able to focus mainly on the career. And you can definitely see that. So on the career, like now, reading my career goals, I can see how one is almost dependent on the other and how I can actually achieve those goals eventually. So it just kind of like clears the air out, makes a lot more sense for me to split my goals into categories. So again, I was researching how to split your goals into categories. You can take it to another level. You can put more categories. I added a couple more in the end too, so it's not just for like I have fun and I have stuff that I want to get from my apartment, but I'm just trying to find a middle ground. Don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to flood myself with information and to give myself too many goals. So the fun and the home stuff are kind of like half a goal that I want to achieve. The main goals are my first 4. Again, so you can give yourself more, split your goals into more categories. My top 4 were career, money, physical, and spiritual. And I like those 4 categories because I find one dependent on the other. You can achieve one without achieving the other. Money and career really depends on your physical and spiritual, and vice versa. You can play with that a lot more. So that is step number 2. So again, repeating the steps. Step number 1 is just writing your goals down. Yesterday I was sitting in bed watching Anthony Bourdain and just writing it down, writing my goals down. And even if you like multitasking like me, you can watch something inspiring that will like make you want to become like I don't know, like something you never thought about becoming, or just like inspire you to push yourself more, like a motivating movie or something. Just help you think about your goals for your next year. So step number 1, you can just do that. If you've never wrote your New Year's resolution, I would recommend to start with just that. Just write 10 goals you want to achieve by the end of the year. Every time I did that, 90%, so like 9 out of 10, I would actually do. And that's what I love about it. And I like writing it on paper because I like looking back at it. I found my computer is a little too clustered and I might just lose it throughout the year and not really look at it anymore. So that's why I like writing it on paper. But that's step number 1, okay? You can just start with that. Step number 2, categorizing your goals. So I my world is becoming more and more and more intricate, especially when it comes to my career. So that's why I love splitting everything, so I know, okay, physical, this is what I need to focus on, spiritual, this is what I need to focus on, and so and so. It's just better, it just looks more simple for me to read and understand and develop the idea from here, and think about how to achieve those goals, and we'll get there. But the last thing about step number 2, except for just categorizing that, I like giving the categories a title. So my title is just kind of like, why am I doing this? Why this? Why is this like even necessary, you know? Like my main goal is to develop my career, become a better version of myself, and be able to travel more. And that's why I'm working so hard to do that. So that's kind of like the bottom line. Why am I doing this? So I just added, so next time I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so that is step number 2. As you can see, I'm already finished number 1 and number 2. And again, you can stop here as well. I went all the way to step number 2 last year, and last year I achieved everything from my list except for meditating every day. So there you go. Like, I literally did everything, and I haven't even gone back to look at my goals for 2016. Like, I did look at it like recently, but I didn't look at it like throughout the year. I feel like because I wrote it down, it kind of like engraved itself in my brain even more. So my plan was already lined up for me in my own head, and it just made things a lot easier to kind of like do, okay, I'm doing this because of this and this and this and this and this. Anyways, so moving to step number 3. So that's what I'm gonna do when I'm done with this video. Step number 3 is taking step number 2 to the next level, making it more specific and more achievable. So, for example, step number 2, when I wrote under the money category, that I want to save $10,000 by the end of the year. Step number 3 would be writing down the plan to how I'm going to save that money. So you can write on your New Year's resolution that I'm going to make $1 million by the end of the year. And you might will. You might actually, because you just wrote it down, you might win the lottery and make $1 million. And I hope you do. But there is also the slightest chance that you might not. So I'm just trying to minimize that risk of not to happen, and plan it, even take it to the next level, plan how I'm gonna make that money or save that money in more detail. So that's step number 3. So like for the career, you want to become a successful chef, a successful investment manager, or artist, or I don't know what. Step number 3 is to write the plan to how you're going to do that. And even if you don't really have the clearest plan in your head right now, just kind of like taking it step by step to what you can do, just kind of like rotating those wheels in your brain to like how you're gonna actually achieve that goal will bring you eventually to doing that throughout the year. So if you do have a goal, if you do have a good plan to achieving your goal, well, obviously write it down. But if you don't, that's okay too. Kind of like giving yourself like a rough template to how that's gonna happen, or like I want to be a famous artist, so, or a painter. So that means I should paint at least once a week. Well, that is a step to becoming a more successful artist. You're not going to be a successful painter if you're not going to be painting at all throughout the year, right? So you're going to become a famous painter? Well, I might not have the marketing plan for it and whatever, but just saying I'm going to paint every week and practice my painting skills, well, that would take you a step further. You know what I mean? So step number 3 is how to do what you want to do. Physical goal, I'm gonna get in better shape. How are you gonna do that? You're not gonna get in a better shape just by writing it down and not working out. So how are you gonna do it? I'm going to work out twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, every day, whatever. Write it down. Write how you're gonna do it, and obviously try to follow up with the mission and your plan. But if you don't be so hard on yourself. Like, so many things happen in life, and you can't control everything that happens. But yeah, just writing it down, being specific, it does engraves your plan in your own mind. It does help manifesting your true goals, your true dreams, and putting it out there. It's kind of like, like in the movies, where like a movie's a director's like dream, or like sort of reality, and all like sci-fi movies and stuff like that, they actually like from back in the day predicted the future or something like that. Like Star Trek invented the electronic doors that, the sensor doors that open and close like that, and we never had that before. It's because it came from someone's mind and they manifested into something. Maybe not writing, well, they wrote it and then they made a movie and then it actually became reality. That's kind of like the same process. That's like what you are doing, but you're doing it for your own self, for your own world, for your own reality. So I really hope that you try it out. I'm going to repeat the steps one last time, so you get a better perspective of what I'm talking about. For New Year's resolution, step number 1, write a list, whatever. I would give myself 10 goals, but you can give yourself as many goals as you want. I would not give myself too little, and I would not give myself too many, just because too little is too little, and too many, you're just not going to be focused, and you might not achieve the things that you do want to achieve. So write your goals, but prioritize them and try to write the most important ones. Step number 2, if you are like me and you want to be more specific and you want to be more hardcore, categorize your goals. I gave myself 4 categories: career, money, physical, and spiritual. And I just took the list that I made already and split it into those 4 categories, and that just gave myself a better view of how to achieve, how to get each category to its best state, kind of thing. That's step number 2. And step number 3 is to write down a plan to how to achieve each goal. And that another reason why step number 2 helps, because it's already split into those categories, so it's not like a mishmash, and then you can literally see that, oh wait, I want to be like a successful model, and I want to be a successful chef too, but maybe it's just gonna be like working all at the same time. Maybe one can help the other, kind of thing. So you know what, I hope you understand what I mean. It just brings it all together, and it's easier to connect the dots. It's my phone. So anyways, again, 3 easy steps. It really doesn't take that long to do. especially step number 1 and number 2. I will let you know how long it took me to do step number 3, but it definitely doesn't take that long to write. It's definitely worth it. If you're like me and you like seeing results, this is like the best thing you can ever do. And again, you don't have to do all 3 steps. If you just started out, if you never wrote your goals before, just do step number 1. See what happens. It's not gonna hurt. If you're already a little bit more advanced and you want to try step number 2, do step number 2. I promise you, it will just like organize everything better and help you understand how to achieve those goals better. And then step number 3, way more specific, how to get to each goals in much more detail. And again, if you don't have that clear of a picture yet, more of like a roughly description, like by this and this date I would achieve this and this, and that's like one step to how to get there, or doing this and this on a weekly basis. Just like give yourself some kind of like commitment that will get you closer to achieving that goal. And that's pretty much it. So I hope I helped, and I hope that was a helpful tutorial. And if you do have any questions, or if you never wrote your goals and you tried out, if you have another suggestion to how to write your goals, your New Year's resolution, please leave your comments in the comment section below. My throat is getting dry here. Hold on. So I hope that was helpful. And yeah, like if you have any questions, concerns, if you wrote it down and you love it, if you have better ideas to how to write your New Year's resolution, anything, just feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. I love reading your comments, guys. If you love my video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more awesome videos, just subscribe to my channel right here. And thanks again for joining me. I love you all. And again, I really hope we all have an awesome, positive, successful, productive, happy Unicorn Rainbow 2017. And thanks again for joining me. Peace and love. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.